G'day, welcome back to Fatty Margins, and welcome to whatever episode this is of my road trip reviews. Before I went away, I came to the conclusion that I needed a small backpack. Now, I've got lots of backpacks. I've been buying backpacks off and on for years, trying them, not liking them, giving them away, selling them on, one thing and another. And I've rather settled on the Ospreys. I really like the Ospreys. But I had weight limitations, and bulk limitations, and this backpack had to serve multiple purposes. It had to run with me when I was in a city, in an urban environment. It also had to play ball if I wanted to go for a walk in the bush. It needed to be bladder compatible, but not overcommitted, if you know what I mean. And it had to be small because I had to basically get it on the plane as my small personal bag, and unlike the rest of the flying population, I kind of take that seriously. So I had my overnight bag, as it were, all packed down, and then I wanted this small backpack, like a lady's handbag, basically. Except it's not a handbag, and I'm not a lady. So I cast about, and didn't want to spend much money because you're going on a major trip. You want to keep things within budget. And I came across this. This is made for a company here in the UK called Mountain Warehouse. Now, I've never really rated Mountain Warehouse stuff. I know a guy who went walking on the Camino, bought a pair of shoes or boots, and they lasted fine. And he came back, and after he finished walking the Camino, they sprang a leak. And Mountain Warehouse were great with them. I know my mate Vinny, over in Vinny's day off, he did a review of his boots from Mountain Warehouse. But this is, I think, my first serious purchase from Mountain Warehouse. These sell, this is what they call an Inca. This is 18 litres, and it sells for £24. And I think they're still available. I'll just run through what you get. You don't get this. This is my Mexican woven woolen sit mat that I got from the Grand Canyon. I kind of like that. I think it amuses me. The irony amuses me. My souvenir from the Grand Canyon was made in Mexico. Some binos. Right, so 18 litres, a half clamshell opening, if I can find it. Yeah, somewhere. Good grief, you think after all these months there are. Right, so a half clamshell. It's got a pocket here inside with your bladder. Or in my case, a couple of Swedish surplus scarves, cotton scarves things. It's got a bladder loop. It's really quite well appointed. It's surprising, and that's a lot easier to get I can get a full 3 litre bladder in there if I want it, and a lot easier than any of my Ospreys, where the sleeve is on the outside, under sort of in here underneath the things. But anyway, I'm not here to talk about those. You've got load straps on the back on an 18 litre pack. It did come with a hip belt, but it was about that wide. You can see the buckle there. But unless it's a dedicated hip belt, I just get rid of them because they're just not worth bothering with. Now I'm a bit arthritic in the shoulders, so I've got to be a bit careful. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, it's very uncomfortable. But this worked really, really well. It's got these here, I think they're meant to be for something like ice axes. I suppose you could certainly put a small tomahawk or a hatchet or something on there. What I used it for was to attach my tin mug. Well, actually it's a titanium mug, but you know what I mean. And that worked really well. You just thread it through the handle, loop it over, zip it down. It's not going anywhere, good as gold. It's got a small brain compartment. What have I got in here? Some guy lines, toggled guy lines, and a ferrocerium rod. And a head torch. I took 4 head torches, I think. Then you got side pockets. And unlike some much more expensive one, these side pockets are really good. They'll take a full-size Nalgene water bottle and a nice mesh pouch at the back, which again will take plenty of space. So it's a really well-appointed pack for the money, or just generally it's a well-appointed pack. for $24, pounds rather, you're not going to go far wrong. It's got a grab handle, which I like. Nothing worse than a pack with no grab handle. The straps are perfectly adequate for the weight you're going to carry in a 18-litre pack. You get an adjustable sternum strap, which I did use. And yeah, I was really impressed. The quality's good, the sewing's good, absolutely no complaints. I went over it with a cigarette lighter, I think, in the odd place, just there was a little bit of loose threads. The old buddy system, you follow your mate around burning off his threads with a cigarette lighter. It's got some, I wouldn't call them molly attachments exactly, but it's got some ladders here. And you could, I suppose, if you're really keen, hang something off it. It's not that sort of bag really. It's light. It's kind of I would say it's light and fast. Doesn't have a rain cover. Okay. Has a really nice corrugated and then meshed back on it to keep you cool. And like I said, I could load that up. I'd put my my bush cooker in there with the billy, a couple of litres of water, one on each side, a sit pad, rain gear, a full loadout. I think I even had a fleece in there at one point, or a down jacket, plus a first aid kit, because I always carry one of those, plus the bits and pieces you see me pull out of there. So 18 litres is not too bad. As I say, blown away. Well done, Mountain Warehouse. It's a fine bit of kit, well worth a look. I mean, what do I not like about it? I quite like the colour. I don't go in for day glow really. It's not my thing. I don't go for camouflage either. But you get these days it's better than the sort of primary those leery chemical primary colours they tend to make outdoor gear in. So it's really good pack. You get these sort of pull cords with the little rubber grommets on them. It's got the bladder outlet is here at the top there, and marked, and got a little hood on it so that it's not going to leak water inside if it does rain. Can't fault it really, and for £24 it's an absolute bargain. Don't know if they're still current, but I checked online just now before I came on, and they're certainly still available in various places. So there you go, guys. As I say, I don't know which episode this is, but this is the Mountain Warehouse Inca 18-litre backpack, and get Steve's thumbs up. As I say, 5,000 miles on the road, schlepping around the countryside, and held up brilliantly, and you'll see more of it because when I next get out on the hill. Had a little issue with my back last week or two, so and the weather has been appalling. Everybody who didn't go on a 2-month road trip has been telling me, oh, the weather's been appalling since August, and I said, well, it hasn't stopped raining since I got back, and I've been back 3 weeks, 4 weeks, whatever it is now. I've been back since the end of October, and it's now the middle of to get on towards the end of November, so it's going to be 3 or 4 weeks, and I think today was the first properly fine day. So there will be some outdoor action, I promise, and you'll be seeing this, and you'll also be seeing a few knives. Speaking of which, I will be bringing you a very short sort of preview of what I plan going forward. I've got a few knives that I would like, but they need sorting out for me. So I've decided instead of just getting rid of them, I'm going to sort them out. And then I do have 3 or 4, which if we get to some sort of landmark with subscriptions, I might do a giveaway, and that'll be maybe 4 or 5 knives on a giveaway, so that won't be too bad. Right, so if you didn't watch this video to the end, you've missed that news. For the rest of you, until we meet again, this is Steve from Fading Margins, wishing you health, happiness, every blessing, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye now.